Opinion Nation, rise up. Oh my God. What's how y'all feeling today out there, guys? Good morning. It's your boy TOJ. Greetings and salutations to the family. The documentary, I think it's called Surviving Neverland, it's been getting a lot of critical acclaim and a lot of critique because you can learn a lot about a nation or a country based on how they treat their dead. Michael Jackson's been dead for a while now, for a minute, I think 10 years. And what I don't understand is what more can you extract from a dead man's legacy who was taken to court and vindicated, but yet they are still. Michael Jackson was never ever found guilty of molestation. He been accused of it. He settled out of court. But Michael Jackson has never ever been found guilty. What I don't understand, what I don't get is the word why. W-H-Y. Why are you bringing this up? What are you getting out of rehashing the exact same corny ass stories? I mean, the man, his estate has been damn near all but sold. Sony got the publishing back. His daughter, the little girl Paris, tried to commit suicide. She already on dope as it is. Blanket, damn near trying to change his name. And just this morning, I get an alert from one of my friends, Byron. Byron sent me like a little text message with a link connected to Google Trends or some shit. And it's like Michael Jackson's maid came forward and said she found little boy's underwear. Really, bitch? Let me say something. If all that shit was true and she knew all of that stuff back then, there's ways she could have got paid for that. You don't wait till 10 years after the dude is dead to say, oh, I saw some crazy stuff too. So and the thing about it is, the reason why I bring up the way you treat the America's dead is that, give me a second, is that the person who's dead is not here to defend themselves. So you don't ever treat a dead person who's not here to defend themselves as if they're here to defend themselves. You can bring up any accusation and it's completely unfair to the surviving family members who can't really say one way or the other what's accused because they wasn't there either. But at the end of the day, you can't tell if the person who's making these accusations now are lying. Macaulay Culkin came out and said, Michael Jackson ain't do me shit. Corey Feldman, like, that nigga cool to me. Shit, Little Webster. Emmanuel Lewis, like, man, that dude's straight. So it's one of them situations where you have all these weirdos, man, just coming out of nowhere, bruh, trying to besmirch the dude's name for like $1,000 interview. You know what I'm saying now? And at the end of the day, I always ask myself when I see coons or, like bedwenches or retarded people on Instagram or TMZ saying all this shit is, how the fuck do you sleep at night? Like, I think about that all. Like, I look at dudes who purposefully, like, be throwing shade at people or just telling lies or making them accusations. What the fuck do you get out of it besides the money and a little bit of, 50 minutes of fame that you can't parlay into a career? They just want to get put on. And at the end of the day, dude, you got to sleep at night. Because unfortunately, the truth is, whatever you put out there, you put yourself out there to be refuted. Like all them accusers of R. Kelly, all the accusers of Bill Cosby, all those people who actually wait till the last minute, 10 years, 30 years later to finally get some kind of courage to come out and say something when a motherfucker was out there doing it, you put yourself out there for somebody like me or any other people in the viewing public to criticize you. And finding a little boy underwear in this dude hot tub ain't proof of nothing. You know what I'm saying now? I got family members right now, bro, who have like a little toy, like my yard outside. We had a play set. My kids are grown now, but we had to tear the play set down because on days I would not be here, spray painting in the yard, the neighbors' kids would hop the gate and just use my kids' swing set as if it was their own. And I told my girl, I don't want them little motherfuckers in my yard, bro. I don't want to be responsible for nobody else's kids. And as long as they're not on my property, no sick ass rumors about me can come out. And Michael Jackson, for the most part, he did bring some of that shit on himself. But to wait till this man is dead is absolutely disgusting. And for the most part, it's always a set of threes. It's three stories, man. It's always Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. Shit, now Chris Brown. They're saying Chris Brown is involved in some sick shit. They just accuse him of it. And the people, I think in France, had to let this nigga go. So, you know, be mindful of that shit, y'all. I mean, I told my girl the same thing, bro. I'm very careful with how I move in public. At the end of the day, the Sundance Film Festival had to cancel some screenings because motherfucker was protesting. Because we people are fed up, dog. Leave Michael Jackson's dead body alone. Leave his legacy alone. TMZ, the Washington Post even released videotape of him giving an interview. And even in the interview, he was like, I ain't touched nobody. So it's like you released a videotape that revealed what we already know. And the sad thing about it is all the surviving people on his side are getting, you know, who said that he didn't touch him. They're being like, all the stories are being buried. But all the sensational stories, oh, I seen a can of cold drink with, you know, some wine in it or some crazy shit. So my thing is, I blame the parents for the most part. A lot of comedians say that. If you got a man who's known for touching kids and you personally drive your kids to that nigga house, you just as guilty. Come on now. Same thing with R. Kelly. R. Kelly got a history of fucking with young girls. He even so much as had bodyguards and his henchmen, if you want to call them henchmen, giving out numbers at schools. So everybody's complicit in this. But that man is dead, bro. So there's nothing to be gained. No sensationalism. No shine. Or no accolades for doing a documentary. And the most part, who the fuck is financing it? It's the money behind it. The one thing Farrakhan said that I love, I forgot what speech he gave, but it says, you ask the question why. The most important question is why. And that's it for this this rant for this morning, guys. Hit like, share, and subscribe, and holla back.